Hi. Well, it's Christina again, and as you can see, I'm actually inside now. Well, it's been a long, beautiful summer, and a summer that brings us so much, I don't know, sense of well-being and happiness because we see the sunshine. Well, yeah, I see the sunshine today, but it's the cold air, and it's back to the sweaters, and it's back to the coats. But it is somewhat, how can I say, the circle of life, isn't it? It's what goes on. It's the changing seasons as we get older. And a friend was talking to me just now on the telephone, and she said, loneliness. She said, I'm lonely. And I thought that's the biggest thing that really haunts us today at our age is loneliness. Now, we all say, we all get out and do things, but we don't have the hubbub of children around. Many of our friends are not necessarily living near us or not necessarily even here. So, yeah, the telephone's great, you got to use that telephone, and texting, I think, is a waste of time because you never really get the message or the sense of that person you're talking to. And loneliness takes on many roles. The loneliness of the loss of your husband, which I have, which is never ending. It's easier, but it sure doesn't go away. And it doesn't make you feel invigorated. But anyway, I get out, I play tennis, I do my stretching, I do my exercises, and I try and do as much as I can for myself. I have pets, which I love and adore, and are a great need and a source of energy for me. There's a lady who does a YouTube called, I think it's Over 60 or 60 and Me or something like that. She's really nice, but boy, I think 60, my life was amazing. 70, it was pretty good. Hey, hang on, now you're 80? Wow, that's not so good. It's not that it's not so good because I'm healthy. I know I'm healthy. And then I'm thinking, well, I don't have health issues, but I sure have eye issues, right? I have some interesting things going on with my eyes, which I feel are getting a little better. Not necessarily because of what the doctors give me as treatment. Doctors are all set on their way of what they want to do, and they won't listen to you. They won't ask you what you ask questions. You don't necessarily get them all answered. But what can I say? Memory as you get older, you're not really focused as well as you were. Write things down. Think about what you're going to do. Look on it. I have to have a calendar. I can't possibly have something on my phone because half the time, who can find their phone? But I have a landline, which I love my landline because my landline will always find it for me. And I like a landline to ring. Sure, it doesn't ring a lot like it used to, but it does call. And sometimes it's nicer. I don't know. Is it easier to hold that to my ear rather than the cell phone? Be what it may. The most important thing is you actually do communicate. And don't be alone if you can. Try and think about things you can do. When you go out, you do things. You talk to people if you can, or you're in a store, or you're buying something, you're driving. Try to keep driving. Try not, if you do drive, don't give it up because, another source of independence. And we're the age we are, and, and I've had such an amazing life. I know that. But life is moving on all the time. My grandchildren get older. I love them. Thank God I've got them. But it's an addition. It's not a replacement. I think you've got to read. You've got to try and read anyway. At least read. When you read a newspaper, you actually absorb the content more than you do if you're watching television. And watching television, does that give us any joy today? God, it's just like a nightmare everywhere, isn't it? It seems to be, it's accelerated, and it's not something I want to touch on, but it's not something we can also ignore, But, and when you're going out, think about your makeup. Make sure you got your makeup on. Make sure you're energized. Make sure when you answer the phone, you're always happy. Don't get sort of maudling on things that have gone by, unless it's with someone who's a very good friend. We all need a good friend. We all need someone we can talk to, even if it's not in the depths that we would necessarily want to talk to. Touch on it with various people if things really bother you, or if don't kind of bury it within you. I know it's an awfully hard thing to say, not to bury it within you, but we all do, don't we? We all think, oh God, I don't want to say this to anybody. They'll really think, what's the matter with me, But I think fears are always with us, fears of age, and there's not so much behind as there was ahead. And the photograph, you can see this painting of my daughter and I didn't mean to sit in front of it, but I just am. It's on the beach in Hilton Head. Wow. She was what, maybe 4 or 5 then, and now she's 40. I love this painting. I don't know where it's going to hang when I'm not around, although my granddaughter said, well, we just want to leave it where it is. Whether they will or whether they want to, you know, there's something about a painting, there's something about a photograph. You've got them forever. But, you know, if it's a good photograph, frame it, because, I don't know, a framed picture really means a lot more to everybody, doesn't it? You know, it's just one of those things that we feel more in tune with. So this is about loneliness to a degree, but it's about fears of being older, but it's about also trying to adjust to it, I suppose, and face it. And when you lose your partner, it's probably one of the worst things that happened to you. I was with my husband forever, so that loss of that person is enormous. So yeah, I try to fill it with all kinds of things, and like doing this to you, you know, talking about things that have mattered to me a lot. And yes, we've lost a lot, but you know, there's still a lot ahead. There's still a lot to gain. There's still a lot to do. Think of me. Think of what I try to do. You know, things worry us so much now. Finances, life, getting sick and all that. I know, and I'm not trying to whitewash any of it. Everybody has loss of finances, or finances are always a worry, especially as you get older. Is there enough? I don't know. Maybe I was never as wise as I should have been, certainly. Don't buy those clothes that we don't need, because we got a wardrobe full of them, right? Things that we can put together. As you see, a white t-shirt goes under everything. And if you've got a white t-shirt on, gives you this reflection. Makes you look a little bit brighter, lighter. So on that note, it's Christina again. Do subscribe to me and ask me any questions. I may have answers. I may have sort of things that will make you think about things that maybe I haven't always thought about. But anyway, it's bye for now. And thank you so much for watching me. I do appreciate it, and never take anything for granted. So it's bye for now from Christina.